Five Nights at Freddy's was released about a week ago, so people's opinions on it are pretty solidified by now. The majority of those opinions are mostly negative, but is that because of issues with the gameplay or issues with the bugs? The first thing that was extremely confusing to people who were playing it is how the gameplay works and what the significance of the different pickups were. So I'm just going to explain how it works. Every once in a while on the track, it will start the night shift, which turns everything into an aesthetic similar to the mask in Security Breach Ruin. And what happens is this cat animatronic named Endo will attack the person with the least amount of battery, which is the blue bar. You can get more battery by picking up these little blue holographic batteries, and the orange pickups increase your speed. You have to control your boost and drift around different corners to increase your speed to win the most games. Drifting is really important in this game. I mean, for all the footage I'm using for this game, I didn't boost once and won all 3 tracks first try. This was totally to prove a point and not because I forgot it was there. I definitely did not forget it was there. That's really the gist of it. It's not that complicated. Other than that is just picking up different items, but they're all pretty useless. So now let's talk about what makes this game so hated and what made Scott feel like he had to release Into the Pit the very same day. This is a god-awful game. Okay, straight to the point. I mean, there's really nothing to go off of this. So, this game looks bad. This game looks bad. Can't change controls without the game freaking out. Mario Kart 64 has better car movement, and if the game costs money, I'm not paying for it. It is unplayable. Controls flippin' suck. Not recommended. I would rather play Osu. That's how crap this game is. If this is the future of FNAF, we're doomed. I think it's harsh to judge the quality of the game since it is just a demo, and quality can vary based on the type of PC or console you're playing on. Like, for example, I had to run it on pretty low graphics just because my computer's not that great, and the game is kind of unoptimized, which is to be expected because, yet again, it's a demo. And about the movement, I genuinely don't know why people are so angry with it. I think the drifting is really smooth, even if it's a little frustrating at times with spinning out, but I kind of think it's just a skill issue. This is the worst demo for any game I've ever played. That's a bold start. Every race goes on for what feels like 10 minutes and is uninspired, glitchy, and horrifically ugly tracks with even uglier characters with absolutely zero animations, which makes it borderline impossible to tell what any item is meant to do. The controls, especially the drifting, are terrible. The only time I had fun playing this game was when I got soft locked after what felt like 5 minutes of a single race. This game blows. I'm happy someone brought up the elephant in the room, which is the bugs and soft locking. These are really annoying things that will most likely be fixed in the full version. There are tons of examples online of people getting stuck in the void, or teleporting backwards, or even flying to Mars, which actually happened to me in my stream. Whoa! I do totally agree with how the tracks take too long to complete, but I do disagree with how they say the tracks and characters are ugly, because I think they're actually pretty cool. And of course that's opinion, but I don't know. And for the item part, there are explanation videos on YouTube explaining what they do, but I don't think the player should be forced to go out of their way and learn a game. I think it should just kind of be there, explained to them. And I obviously disagree with the drifting is terrible part. I just think there's a big learning curve, which is really rewarding when you overcome it. Okay, enough yapping. Time to actually play it for myself and give my honest opinion on it. The tracks are really well put together though. I don't really know what some of these powers do though. I kind of forget the buttons. Was it I? Yeah, it was. There's the cat thing. Yeah, this track is easy because it's the easiest track. I just hurt myself. One really strange thing is how the out of bounds stuff works. I mean, like, they kind of like glue you to the ground whenever you go out of bounds. It's really weird. Like, you can't turn, it won't let you back up. Kind of feel like it would have just been better if they just let you, you know, back up or something. Don't know what the magnet does. Another positive about this game is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Every song is such a banger. Yeah, it just kind of like glues you and I can't really do anything about it. The drifting feels really nice though. It's really smooth. It's just you have a high risk of spinning out. This track is probably my favorite because of how many sharp turns. It's really good for drifting. But yeah, you have a high risk of doing what I just did there and spinning out. Yeah, the drifting is really nice. I like how they did that. This part's hilarious. Like, running into these cards, they make it so punishing. Shoot! Come on! What? How did that even happen? If you get to the slightest bump, you will lose everything you have. It's better to just let you run out of time and reset and lose all your stuff, because it's genuinely faster. And I do kind of feel like 5 laps, you know, it's in the name. You kind of got to do it for the name, but like, I feel like 5 laps is too many. 3 would have been the perfect amount. At some point, I feel like it's just dragging on. Did I really lose all of my power-ups from a minor collision? That's crazy. Wow. This is crazy. And then I die. Wow. I do sometimes feel like the AI are like sometimes too good, and then sometimes their pathfinding's horrible. I do like the idea of the cat and having to store up battery. It's a good twist on a kart racer, you know what I mean? Yeah, like this race is still going. This is a long track. I do feel like they should make you lose your like batteries and stuff only when you die instead of just when you run into people, because even if you run into other players, it knocks like all your stuff out of you. Or just like tweak it so it only loses like one thing. But yeah, half the people there got stuck. I do like that you don't have to wait for them to finish and it just estimates their time. Everybody gets stuck on this one. There's so many twists and turns. This one is a lot harder to drift on because you can easily fall off and then get stuck. There's a lot of bugs in this one of getting stuck or randomly teleporting back. Whoa, what just happened? What? Where's the track go? I just did a loopy-loop. It was a strategy, guys. It's all in the strategy. Yeah, I feel like when you're not drifting, you're going insanely slow. Like, you always have to be drifting nonstop. Oh, there's people stuck over there. All right, night shift. I have no batteries. Probably gonna die here. Like, that would have been perfect if we finished right there. I do feel like they limited themselves a lot on what they could do by making it 5 laps long. Like, if it was only 3 laps or just 1 lap, they could make the tracks really, like, innovative and long and make them, like, cover a lot of ground. But instead, you know, there's 5 laps. If we make the track, like, long, the track, it's gonna take 10 minutes to finish it. Like the sinkhole, this one, they could have done so much stuff. You know, you're driving on Roxy Raceway, and then you like fall or something, and then you go through the pizza, the FNAF pizza place, and then you fall into this like cavern. Like, you could do so much stuff with this track, but they couldn't because of time. Maybe this shield thing can stop you, the cat from killing you. I do appreciate the 2 slots for power-ups so you can switch between. That is a good feature, that you could pick which one you want, instead of like in Mario Kart when you're like, I have to use this so I can get the other power-up I want. In this loopy-loop section, this is like really strange with how the camera works. It feels really buggy. That's it. Thanks for listening to me. Please consider subscribing, and my time is up.